All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into Valley News Now. This is your Valley News Now digital update. I'm Devin Fry. It is Monday. Snap back to reality for some of us out there, like my wife, for example, who went back to teaching for the first time in 3 weeks. So for those of you welcoming back to the work week, welcome back. We've missed you. It's going to be a blast. You'll enjoy it. Trust me. Let's go over the latest that we have in the Valley News Live newsroom that we've been working on today. But first and foremost, we're going to talk about the weather, what we're expecting in the weather department. Obviously, if you've looked outside or been outside, you've probably noticed the fog. We checked in with the weather team about what we can expect coming up this week, and they join us now with more.
Chief Meteorologist Russ Thomas along with
Meteorologist Summer Schnellbach.
Are you tired of being stuck in the fog? Well, some good news, it will end, but not before tomorrow morning. However, after that, there is some good news, Summer.
The temperatures are looking really good this week. Above average, we're talking mid-20s and low 30s. And average this week in Fargo is 18.
That's right. So join us tonight, and we'll have the latest update for you. And again, that's coming up on Valley News Live.
Thank you very much to Russ and Summer. We're, of course, going to check in on the conditions out there before we get done with this. For those of you getting ready to step out, not out the door, you did that early this morning, step out the door at work as you get ready to go home. Now, let's go over the top headlines coming out today. Obviously, the biggest story of the day coming at us from the Twin Cities. Governor Tim Walz announcing that he will not be seeking a third term, which he had previously announced back in September that he would attempt to seek that third term. Now saying he wants to focus on combating fraud in state programs rather than campaigning. Walz criticized political opponents and President Trump as well for politicizing the fraud issue and said he will remain in office through January of 2027. We have reactions to this news from both sides of the aisle right now on valleynewslive.com. You can go check those out. But our own Ethan Kramer has also been doing some digging and talking to more officials for their thoughts. He brings us more from this tonight. Let's check in with Ethan.
Governor Tim Walz made the announcement he will not run for a third term as governor. Now, I spoke to two state senators today from Minnesota who aren't really that shocked about this announcement amid all what's going on with the fraud investigations throughout Minnesota. Now, coming up tonight at 6, hear from those lawmakers, hear from President Trump, and hear from Governor Tim Walz.
A lot more from Ethan coming up tonight. Be sure to stay tuned. Moving more local now, some more political news. Deputy Mayor Denise Kolpak announcing that she intends to run for mayor. She's now collecting signatures to qualify for the June ballot. Her platform, according to a release, centers on public safety, fiscal responsibility, professionalism, and transparency. In a release this afternoon, Kolpak said that the people of Fargo deserve a mayor who, quote, actually shows up every day to get the job done. She also said that she will get dysfunction at the dais under control. We caught up with the mayoral hopeful about what makes her the right choice for the next mayor of Fargo. Anna Ballweber caught up with her and brings us more right now.
And deputy mayor, and then being in the office every day and getting to know the people who serve Fargo has been such an honor. And so I think I've been working my whole life to get ready for this job, and now's the time. I'm ready.
Some more political news from the North Dakota side of things. Apparently a very popular day to make announcements. Representative Julie Fedorchak announcing that she will be seeking a second term. She did highlight that she has an endorsement from President Donald Trump and some legislative accomplishments, including tax cuts and energy industry protections. You can read more about Representative Fedorchak's announcement on our website right now, valleynewslive.com. We had a graphic ready, but that doesn't appear to be working. It's a live stream, folks. Speaking of which, we do have an update on a deadly shooting out in Wilkin County, Minnesota. Myron Johansson has now been charged with third-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter in the New Year's Day death of Jordan Bem. Court documents say that Johansson reportedly put a gun under the victim's chin, at which point it discharged. When he put the gun under his chin, witnesses said that he asked, quote, "Do you trust me?" before the fatal shot went off. It was also noted by several witnesses in the court documents that he had been taking the gun out, waving it around, playing with it throughout the course of that party. So there's all those details you could read now on this story on our website right now, valleynewslive.com. Go ahead and check that out once this is over. Johansson faces up to 25 years on the murder charge and up to 10 years for manslaughter. Another update, another crime situation. A juvenile was arrested for second-degree assault after an incident on Sunday evening in the 2700 block of 8th Avenue North. The victim was hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. The juvenile was then taken to a detention center. Authorities are releasing no further details due to age restrictions. As we know in Minnesota, when a juvenile is involved, that's basically the end of the information. We're not going to get a whole lot more out of this one, but that is the very latest that we have. I do want to go ahead and bring this back around to the Minnesota side of things before we get out of here. We did just receive this into our newsroom. Sources say that U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar is now seriously considering a run for governor after Tim Walz's announcement. We have some video here of Amy Klobuchar, of course, very well known in this area, former presidential candidate Amy Klobuchar is. Klobuchar has not decided at this point, but she is receiving some outreach encouraging a campaign. She's currently serving her 4th term in the U.S. Senate. And we want to hear from you. Who do you think the right candidate is? If you think it's Amy Klobuchar on the DFL side, let us know down in the comments if you're watching on our Facebook stream, or you can send it to us via Facebook Messenger or our email. We want to hear your opinion on who you think should be the next governor of Minnesota now that we know it's not going to be Tim Walz. Now, normally this is the point where we check out our road conditions as you get ready to go back home, but I want to go ahead and look at the sky cams because the fog is crazy. We're going to go ahead and pull this up right now. Looking at our Dakota Magic Skycam feed, as you can see, well, as you can barely see, the flags out there at the Dakota Magic Casino Skycam, barely visible. Cars on the road also very barely visible. In Fargo, it has lightened up a little bit from what I've noticed outside, but again, just be sure to give yourself plenty of time out there as you're making your way on the road, especially if you have to take the interstate. Just make sure to give yourself some time for those foggy conditions. And again, be sure to monitor our Valley News live weather app. We're going to have the latest for you. Our weather team is going to have the latest for you as the night continues. That's going to do it for our Valley News Now digital update on this Monday. Thank you very much for joining us. For now, I'm Devin Fry.